Welcome back everyone to Scavenging in Eriador, and we are back here with Odelia and finding out, do we have another one for us? Of course, we're going to have year 5.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Yes, alright, I will look for a year 5 one. And year 5, we've got only 2s this time. Tales from Merry. All sorts of fun places we have to go this time. Gather remembrances from Brandy Hall. Packs in front of Bag End, alright. Buckleberry Ferry. Remembrances of the Bonfire Glade. And study maps at Elrond's house, alright. And Bodies of Water. Alright, and we have Gather remembrances on shores of Harn, the shores of Lake Ivendam, and at the fort of Brennan. Alright, that's a few places to go to, but let us start at Bag End, since that is by far the nearest of these locations. See, we need to go to Harn. Is that the one that's up in northeast Bree, I think? Ivendam, well, everyone knows where that one is. And of course the fort is right along the path to Rivendell. Elrond's house. Speaking of Rivendell, let's see. The Bonfire Glade, that's in the Old Forest. Buckleberry Ferry, that's near Buckland. And of course, Brandy Hall, that'll be near Brandy Hall, so they do that together. But first, carry packs in front of Bag End to the ponies. Alright, here are the packs. Good. Take care of this. Yeah, I get to carry all the luggage. That's a pail! That's not packs, that's a pail! Goodness gracious. Alright, there. Nearly ready to set off. Oh, you're right about that. A pail. And now we are approaching Harn. And yes, it is the lake in northeastern Breeland, and we need to find a few remembrances here. Not many from this character's point of view, but there are plenty of memories relating to the turtles that are around here and the bounty quests to get furs off the bears and the wolves and all of that. We also have the troll that's up in the woods, but here is probably mostly the wolves and the boars and bears, I think, are the ones that you have to get stuff off of in this area. And we need to collect 6 remembrances from this body of water. Woo! Okay, I see another one up there. Good. Now this is one, actually might be getting close to the troll here. Somewhere up in the northern reaches there is a wood troll that you have to find. Not worried about finding that at the moment. Of course, if you're doing it for the quest, you'd have a quest arrow to help you to actually find it. And we're going all around this thing. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I've only found 2 of them so far. Hopefully I could find some more of them. This is where I remember finding a large number of spiders. Actually, this might actually be closer. But actually, it doesn't help that they've recently redone the entire area, so who knows? Well, we're actually in spider country because we have it there, but of course, it doesn't look familiar because they probably changed it. That's right, they only put in an update a few days ago where they changed many of the areas here in Breeland, so therefore what was once familiar may be a little bit different looking now. I thought we'd be near the troll. Well, let's not worry about the troll. Let's worry about these remembrances. As I said, I'm not on that quest, so I don't need to worry about it. And up here, we should have 2 more. And after that, where should we be off to next? How about Buckleberry Ferry, which I believe is currently out of commission, but we should be able to at least see it, right? On the far side, they could just make out a figure, like a dark black bundle. We really need your help, alright?
Hello.
You should go to Bree, east along the Great East Road, and speak with the mayor, Graham Tenner. Okay, oh, you've got the Bree Town quest there. Okay, well, there is Brandy Hall up there. And for Brandy Hall, we need to collect some remembrances. Not that we really have all that many remembrances here. Now, I'm sure that Merry Brandybuck will have plenty of things to remember here, but I can't remember too many quests that take you into Brandy Hall. I think there are 1 or 2, but they're not ones that I commonly do, so can't even remember for sure which ones they are. I think one of them is the one that involves Farmer Maggot's son going into the old forest in order to settle something with some sort of nasty brigand or something like that. So we do have that. And outside of that, I can't remember much that you do here. It's not like that there's a skirmish or anything like that that takes you here like you have with the Great Schmeals. And then we have here, I'm sure Merry has something that he remembers from this place, but I certainly don't. But a place where I can remember something would be the Bonfire Glade over out in the old forest. We found the first remembrance pretty early. Guess that's approaching the Bonfire Glade. I didn't think we had reached it yet. But it sounds like we are starting to remember some things that happened here. Now we're in the Bonfire Glade. Now they've made some changes to the old forest, so now I have to remember what the old forest looked like as opposed to the old forest. This will be the second time that they made changes to the old forest. I just hope it's not a lot easier to get lost now. The first time they did the old forest, there wasn't even a map here, which meant it was very easy to get lost. And the other thing that they had was originally the trees were aggressive. Eventually it was decided that was a little bit of overkill. Did I go too far? Or is that third one here around here somewhere? I may have to go back. Here's the third remembrance on the trail going to the south that leads, I presume, to the bears. Actually, there's another one down there also. And so therefore, yes, fighting bears in the area, looking for maple syrup, mushrooms, all that fun stuff. Now we need to visit Elrond, Ibendem, and the ford. Well then, let's see if we can somehow get to the ford. And here we are at the ford. And we certainly have plenty of remembrances here. I'm not too sure Merry had too many remembrances here. I know he would remember what happened to Frodo and the standoff there, but he certainly... Actually, I don't know how perfectly Frodo would remember it either, considering what he went through right afterwards. And we remember holding up the barrel around here in order to find out if the Nazgul was in the area. Actually, we knew the Nazgul had been in the area since this is where they were washed down the waters. But we wanted to use it to test the barrel so that it would detect the presence of the Nazgul. So, of course, we first tested it on a known location where they had been, and that was here. And, of course, this is the location of one of the skirmishes, the Fort of Brunnen, where we fight with Elrond's sons. Defending the enemy is on that side of the fort, and we're trying to keep them from crossing. We've got great storms going around. We've got defilers making it rain harder so the archers can't fire, and there are archers up on the hillside here trying to fire away. All sorts of fun stuff. And of course, horse-headed apparitions coming down from the water in order to knock down the boss. All sorts of fun stuff. But I think now it's time to visit Elrond. And by Elrond, of course, I mean Elrond's house, where we need to study some maps. I will presume there's some map here. Alright, that's one map. Any more maps around here? And of course, that's because Merry did study some of the maps in the area so that he had a better idea than Pippin where everything was. Not that he was the master of everything in the quest, but now, where are the rest of the maps? Apparently we are also visiting his library, because there is a map here. Okay, that is 2 maps. Now, where's the third one going to be? Ah, right close at hand. There you go. 3 maps, and that completes the Tales of Merry. Now, we still need to go over to the shores of Ivendym before we're all done. We definitely have plenty of memories here at Ivendym, both with the waterway and the zone in general. Of course, we did have a couple of things for the anniversary related to High King's Crossing, where we spent a little bit of time. But in addition to this, we have plenty that we've done here on this island and on in the lake itself, which gained the name of Swimpit because of how much you had to swim it, especially before they added the boats here. And it's very nice having those boats in order to be able to quickly get across the water. So that was a real nice addition in there. And then coming around here, there is a quest where you pick up flotsam and jetsam all over the place. I think that has to do with the quest line that leads you up to the Tomb of Elendil. So therefore I haven't done that on this character, which is one of the reasons why I didn't do Tomb of Elendil when we are going through choosing an instance to do. In fact, Tomb of Elendil was, well, of course that plus the fact that I'm only level 50, and soloing Tomb of Elendil I don't think is all that easy at 50. Now that said, it is one that they like to have burgs for, because when you're doing it around level with the group of 6, it's helpful to have a burglar to bring up those fellowship maneuvers to give the yellow fellowship maneuver against the turtle that you have as the boss. Now that's 3 of them. There are supposed to be 6 of these things all around here, I believe. I think back when I was doing the full series, I was always wondering, okay, did I find them all yet or not? Oh, that's right! Some of them they're not all on the island. Duh. That's why I'd forgotten. There's some that are across on the shore on other parts of the lake. So therefore, let's head over to the bridge, cross it, and find the rest of the remembrances. Ah, here's one right now. So now I think of it, I think I remember there only being one in this area. And that the rest of them are most likely... Oh no, there is a second one here. I was thinking that the rest were near where the Ent is on the other side of the lake. I mean, what good is it to ask you to have remembrances of Lake Evendom if they're not going to tell you to cross the lake? Yeah. So therefore, let's head back on to Tinandir, where we are going to take a little boat ride up to the Eve Spires, I believe they're called. And here we are at the Eve Spires, and thankfully we were able to take a boat rather than have to swim all the way across. Pretty sure that there is a memory here somewhere, maybe on the other side of here, where we had to go and fight all those Guaradan. Ah, yeah, close enough. There you go. One nice memory. And I think, just for the sake of memory, we'll take out this poor Guaradan who is pretty good for being 14 levels below me. But alright, time to get back to the party tree. Alright, I studied the paths of Merry Brandybuck, and I also studied some waterways.
Good day.
Turns out that Bingo Boffin has been busy reading about cooking in the Tuckborough Library. Everyone saw him there. Okay, well, apparently she was suspecting Bingo Boffin of being the perpetrator, but we know that's not the case. Very well. I suppose that takes care of that. So it sounds like next time we are going to be heading on to face Pippin when we return for the next episode of Scavenging in Eriador.